Hey folks, Pastor Sean coming to you with today's daily devotion. We are going to look at what I preached on Sunday. Sunday I preached a message called Do You Hear What I Hear? And we talked about many ways in the Old Testament and New Testament that God speaks to his people. We talked about how the voice came to Samuel when he was just a young boy and called him to be a prophet of God. We talked about how the disciples heard the sound of the mighty rushing wind that filled the house and where they were sitting. We talked about how the shepherds who were abiding in the field heard the angelic praise of what was happening on the night of Christ's birth. We heard the story of Jehoshaphat's army who were lifting up praises that terrified the army and scattered them. We talked about how we were looking forward to hearing the sound of the trumpet. One that I didn't mention that we're going to talk about tonight is in the book of Kings. Elijah is there, and he has won the victory at Mount Carmel. He ascends the mountain after killing all of those prophets of Baal. He slew them between the altar and the river and pursued them until they were all killed, 800 of them, and killed all of them. And then he went up with the knife still dripping with blood. He climbs the mountain, and he tells Jonah, he says, go out and look at the sea. And he gets down with his head between his knees and begins to cry out to God. He begins to pray. And as he begins to pray, he hears something in the spirit. Jonah runs to the top of the mountain, comes back, there's nothing. He goes again, nothing. He goes on the seventh time and he looks and he says, I see a cloud the size of a man's hand rising up out of the sea. And Elijah says, go tell Ahab to get up in his chariot and to leave, because I hear the sound of an abundance of rain. And he girded himself up, pulled his tunic up around his legs, and he began to run, and he outran Ahab back to the palace, and the heavens opened up and it rained. What does that mean to hear the sound of an abundance of rain? That means that new life is on the way. That's what rain is. Rain represents new life, new beginnings, a new start, a fresh start. For many years, Stephanie and I took people on a couples retreat. We called it the Fresh Start Couples Retreat, because sometimes you just need a fresh start. Sometimes you just need new life to be breathed into your situation. As I was preaching Sunday, that thought ran through my mind that we need new life. And as I explore it tonight, I want you to begin to listen in your spiritual time, in your prayer time, in your quiet time, in your meditation on the Word, whatever it is that you do to quiet your spirit and listen for the voice of God. See if you hear the sound of an abundance of rain. I'm sitting here in the man cave, and as I am listening, outside it's raining. And I mean, it's a bunch of rain. I can hear it running off the house. I can hear it hitting on the roof and running off the house. I can hear it pinging on the garage door. I can hear it hitting the vehicles outside. I can hear the sound of the rain. And I know that even though it's wintertime, there's going to be new life. There are going to be bugs that come up, worms that come up out of the ground, and the birds are going to eat them. There's going to be life that starts springing up. We're going to see the grass grow, and things are going to start to grow, even though it's wintertime, because of the rain, the abundance of rain. New life is going to spring forth. So look for the places in your life that need rain. They need watering. They need something fresh, something new. And then take the advice of Elijah. Climb the mountain. Climb it again. Climb it again. Climb it again until you see God move in your life with an abundance of rain and new life. I believe it can happen for you today. I'm praying for you. I love you. I hope you have a magnificent week. I will see you back in here again tomorrow. God bless you as always, is my prayer.